EV share in the world's largest passenger car market more than tripled in October. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the Electric Viking. My name is Sam Evans and you're watching my favorite electric car channel on YouTube. I'm coming to you here today from Melbourne, Australia. And I just want to say a big welcome to all the new subscribers and welcome to all of you who are returning as well. Now, this channel's only been around now for, under 7 months. But we've made 570 videos. So make sure you check out some of those videos if you're a new subscriber, because there's a lot of interesting content on there that doesn't exist anywhere else on YouTube. Electric car share of the Chinese passenger car market more than tripled to nearly 19% in October. Now remember, the largest car market in the world is the Chinese car market. The car market in China has been shrinking pretty rapidly, actually. But the crazy thing is that while sales of ICE vehicles, particularly sales of ICE vehicles from legacy automakers, shrink rapidly in China, sales of electric cars are exploding. Now, China is also the global leader in sales and production of electric vehicles right now. New data suggests that this is not about to change anytime soon. In fact, never. We've reached that point in which the inevitable is happening and there is absolutely no stopping it, no matter what anyone, including the Korean Herald, tries to do. Don't know what I'm talking about? I'll put a link in the description below to a crazy article by the Korean Herald trying to slow down the rise of China's battery market. Deliveries of electric vehicles more than doubled by 141% in October to 320,000 units, state-run China Daily said Saturday, citing China Passenger Car Association figures. Now, those cars are not plug-ins, by the way. They're not plug-in hybrids. They're not pretend electric cars. They're full electric cars, 100% electric. Nearly 19 of every 100 passenger cars sold in the country last month were EVs, including EVs from, more than 100 electric car manufacturers. There are so many that I sometimes get confused about which ones to tell you about. Where do I start? Leapmotor, BYD, NIO, XPeng, Aura, Polestar, Volvo, Zeekr, Chang'an, Chery, Wuling, SAIC. Even GM makes electric cars in China, and even their sales of the Wuling Hongguang Mini are going crazy. Now, the EV share in October compares with only 5.8% in 2020, which is insane. We've gone from 5.8% to 19% in the space of 1 year. So what do you think is going to happen by the time we get to 2025? For the first 10 months of this year, new energy vehicle deliveries gained 192% year on year to 2.14 million units, with a 13% share of the market. Now, the interesting thing is that every single month, the numbers are increasing. Every single month. BYD, backed by Warren Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway, Tesla, and Wuling led the way in local sales, the newspaper said. BYD has been a really interesting one this year. If you haven't been paying attention to the channel, then I'll share some news with you. Over the last 6 months, BYD's sales of electric vehicles have increased by 10,000 every month. That includes plug-in hybrids though, but still pretty damn impressive. BYD has gone from being, a car manufacturer that makes more petrol vehicles to now a manufacturer that makes 91% of their vehicles either plug-in hybrids or electric vehicles in the space of only 12 months. Now, obviously, younger entrants such as NIO, XPeng, and Hozon have been taking big market share and massively increasing their sales every month. This year's Guangzhou Auto Show, scheduled to open on Friday, will boast 241 new energy models. 241. 100 more than at the event last year. Young buyers will be in focus according to the report. Now, young buyers are actually most interested in, believe it or not, the micro car market. It's really gone crazy in China. That's the sales of vehicles that are, really, really small, much smaller than a Toyota Corolla. But the interesting thing is because of the way they package EVs, the size of these vehicles is actually much bigger than you would expect. Rising EV sales have helped to boost the fortunes of Chinese entrepreneurs that supply the industry this year. China's 100 richest, led by gains among green energy suppliers, saw their collective net worth rise to $1.5 trillion from $1.3 trillion a year earlier. The second biggest increase in wealth on new Forbes China Rich List released on November the 4th went to Robin Zeng, chairman of battery maker CATL, or Contemporary Amperex Technology, whose fortune increased to $51 billion from $20 billion last year. No one talks about Robin Zeng, but they probably should be. Now that earned him the number 3 spot on this year's list. Global investor enthusiasm towards the EV businesses was on display this week at the Nasdaq, with shares in Amazon invested Rivian soaring to third place. Third place, what does that mean? Well, they are the third most valuable car company in the world. Even though, well, there's a whole horde of Chinese car companies selling more EVs in the world's most popular EV market that are worth much, much less, apparently. In addition to that, Lucid, which has barely sold any cars, is now worth more than General Motors at around $90 billion. Obviously, EV stocks and EV excitement is going kind of crazy in America. But the funny thing is, I think you'll find that most Americans, most Europeans, and most Australians are actually ignoring what's really going on. The market right now, most of it is actually in China. And that's where the strongest players are going to come from. And in fact, it's where the strongest players already are. Thanks for watching the channel. Thanks for subscribing, and thanks for liking. Now, what I want to know from you is, who do you think will be the world's top 3 car companies in 2030? Most of you already know who I think will be. What I want to know is, who do you think they will be? See you again on the next video. Bye-bye.